Grand Rising, my little cherries, welcome back to my channel, Red Fire Flags. I'm going to be doing a quick read. I've just been encouraged to do another read to check the energy of the solar eclipse. Do you know what it is as well? It's because I'm feeling it. Like I'm feeling weird little like tremors, like chills on the inside, but I'm not scared. And I thought it was to do a lot with the energy of the reading that I was picking up in the last couple of days, but I've tuned out of that energy and I'm actually still feeling that. So I'm thinking, is this got something to do with the eclipse in general? Is this something that everybody's feeling? What's going on? So I thought, let me just have a quick energy check, figure out what's going on with myself and you. And we'll put it all in together. So I'm going to use these today. All right, but before I jump in, I want to do the housekeeping. So welcome into my channel, Red Fire Flags. Thank you for clicking on this reading. Thank you ever so much for your donations. Oh my God. I can't begin to tell you how much that actually helps me and helps the channel. I'm running a competition as well because I've got an extra deck of cards here because I love these so much. And I bought them because it's just my way of giving back. So I'm going to run a competition at some point, and it's going to be for when we get to 3,000 subscribers here over on YouTube. And then I'll start the competition from there. If you live outside of the UK, you will have to pay for your own postage and packaging, unfortunately, if you are the winner. But it is worth it. And so, yeah, if you are in the UK, it's fine. It's, you know, I'll chuck the postage and packaging in. It's going to be like little to nothing. But it'll be these cards, and it's these pictures here. They're very inclusive. I freaking love this deck. At the moment, it's my favourite. So, welcome in my A1 Day Ones. Thank you for your support and your love and your comments. It humbles me so much and blows me the heck away. Welcome into my newbies, and thank you for clicking on this reading. Stay with us. Trust me, it gets good. I rabbit on a little bit sometimes. Not often, but it happens. So, that's the housekeeping for, you know, this part. It's never really consistent, is it, over here? Let me just tell you, I've never been tested. It's not official, but I swear to God, I'm on the spectrum. I just don't know what it is. We'll figure it out together, and as soon as I know, you'll know. Anyway, I'm going to jump into the energy right now. We are going to be using these, okay? And you know, this card was on the bottom of the deck after I finished shuffling, and it says, I'm protected by source. So I feel like this is a message for us all. I feel like we all must remember that we are protected by source during this time. It's going to be a very, I feel like this is going to be challenging emotionally wise for the collective. And I think that's why I'm getting that tremor, that I just feel uncertain about something. I feel very sensitive to the energy at the moment. And it's just, you know, it's a lot. I feel like I'm leveling up. So let's have a look and see what's going on for you guys as well, because I feel like this isn't just for me. I feel like this is happening for a lot of us. I just feel like a lot of us, I just don't feel like anyone's talking about it at the minute. Like I'm feeling it physically. Like I've got the shakes on the inside, but I haven't got the shakes on the inside. There's nothing wrong with me. I've even Googled it. I feel like it's got something to do with this eclipse, this particular eclipse. I've never been affected in this way. Spirit, what do we need to know about the eclipse coming up on the 8th, please? Why does the energy feel like this? Can we get some insight? It says, my aura is magnetic to golden opportunities. So with this card, I do feel like this cosmic solar eclipse, it's going to be very physically felt. I can't even speak properly. It's going to be physically felt across the board, and I feel like a lot of my collective that have been attracted to this reading are going to be feeling this, like a physical discomfort at the moment. I feel like right now you guys are probably getting the urge to do a lot of releasing, a lot of forgiveness, to let go of certain things. I'm hearing call your power back. I feel like for a lot of you, you may be seeing 1111. You may be seeing 2222. I've been speaking to a friend a lot lately, and she's been seeing a lot of numbers as well. I've been seeing numbers myself. I feel like this has been fast and furious for my collective at least. I feel like it's a call to go within at the moment as well. Again, I'm protected by source. Even though it was on the bottom of the deck, I put that back in, and that's come up again. So I'm going to leave that out because it's absolutely a message. Right now, I feel like, thank you, I'm hearing that a lot of this has got to do with the vibration as well, because I feel like I'm in a very high vibration at the moment. And I feel like I'm in a higher vibration than I've ever been. And I think that's probably why I feel that type of way, because I feel physically away, but I don't, if that's making any sense. It's like my soul feels this way. For a lot of you, this 8th, the spiritual eclipse on the 8th, is taking a weight off of your shoulders. I feel like a lot of people have been carrying the weight of the world on them for their whole lives at this point. Just kind of everything on their plate. I feel like a lot of that is being moved aside. I'm seeing clear roads. I'm seeing a clear sight, a clear vision. So a lot of you may be stepping into clairvoyeurism. You might be starting to see things in a different way. You may be seeing beyond the veil. That might be a little bit scary for a few of you that have never done that before. But a few of you, this may be something that's coming back to you. So I don't feel like it's a new thing. I feel like you knew this. It was something that you could do and then disappeared, and you may have thought that it was just a figment of your imagination for a bit. But for the most part, this is something that you have always been able to do, but life, things, responsibilities, all that jazz has just got in the way. And so these things are making a reappearance. Your gifts, I feel like there are gifts coming back to you. I feel like a lot of you have forgiven past hurts. You've understood forgiveness is your freedom. You've understood that you letting go and releasing has been a way for you to call your power back, has been a way for you to live in your power as well. I feel like the biggest challenge that most of you have had thus far has been the connection with yourselves, which has bled into connections with other people. But the problem has been is that you have felt a disconnect with yourself, your inner child, your inner spirit, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, source, whatever. You felt a disconnect. See, I see source as me. Don't get me wrong, I'm not source, but I'm made from the divine most high father and mother. I'm a child of that. So that energy runs through me. I am source. Do you get it? And so I think that, when you realize that, that you've been disconnected from yourself, disconnected from the most high divine mother and father, or the universe, or whoever it is that you deal with, because everybody's gonna have a different person they go to. I feel like when you're disconnected from you're disconnected from all of that. And the biggest challenge you have had has been to reconnect with you, to reconnect with source, to reconnect with the true divinity. Not what they tell you what it is, not religion, not what they've written in the books, but what comes from within, because it's all within. It dwells, it's within you. Everything is within you. I feel like a lot of you are realizing just how important your energy is. And you've taken on the challenge of connecting with yourself to then reconnect with source or the divine or whoever, whatever. I feel like a lot of you are feeling your heartbeat for the first time in some respects. So a few of you may have hidden from your emotions and hidden from how you felt, because you feel things so deeply. We've got see this from a higher perspective. I was going to say I see this from a higher perspective for a minute. So Maybe a few of you are seeing this from a higher perspective already. But this says, see this from a higher perspective. And a lot of you have sort of numbed yourself in some way. Some of you may have used substances. Some of you may have used other people. Some of you may have used your bodies. Whatever it was, food, shopping, whatever unhealthy pattern or addiction or whatever it was that you were doing, because these things come in different ways. It could have been work, it could have been school, it could have been anything that you've used to distract yourself from you, distract yourself from that connection with you, to distract yourself from feeling, because you have felt things so deeply. And it's understandable that when you don't understand certain things from a young age, you will use things to shield yourself from it, because it's a lot. But you had that as a habit. You've come out of that, I'm hearing. A lot of you have stopped that. So you're feeling yourself, some of you for even the first time. Well done. It's overwhelming at first. I remember what that was like myself. I've had many moments of addiction and sobriety and falling off the wagon and back in sobriety. I mean, I think I'm on my 15th go round now. Started from day one again the other day. I'm very disappointed about that. But that's life. Sometimes we fall off the horse. It's not how we fall off or why we fall off. It's how we get up and how we get back on that matters. And so a lot of you that have numbed yourself and all the rest of it, or whatever it is you've done, however it is you've done it, could be anything, like I said, shopping, whatever. A lot of you are taking on the challenge of reconnecting with yourself, feeling yourself from a different level. And that takes courage. And it's difficult, especially when you haven't done it before. And some of you may be able to do this and plain sailing. Some of you may be like me and you may need a restart regularly. It's okay. Forgive yourself. Forgiving yourself is freeing yourself. Forgive everything around you. When people say forgive, I think people misunderstand what forgiving means. You don't have to speak to people. You don't have to deal with certain things, but it's like coming to a reconciliation about what happened, reconciling everything that took place, and just laying forgiveness down and saying, do you know what, I forgive it. I've learned my lesson. I know this isn't really what I want or how I want it. It's time for me to move forward, and I'll take the lessons with me. You don't have to do anything other than that, and that's it. You don't have to be with the person. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to continue the same habits with yourself. You just forgive it. You accept it and you move forward. And it sounds simple coming off of my tongue, but I've done it so many times that to me that it's kind of matter of fact. It might not be the same. It might not be that for you yet. And that's okay. You'll get there. It takes practice. Like I said, I'm on my 15th go round. I'm versed. Of course, I'm going to speak about it in a certain way because it's not new to me. But for some of you, it is. And I just want to commend you on taking that journey. It starts with acceptance and forgiveness. All right? And forgive yourselves as well. The hardest person I found to forgive was myself, for letting myself down. You guys are so focused on raising your vibration and releasing old emotional patterns that are not worthy of you anymore. That that they don't benefit you in any way. So we have got devotion unites me with the infinite possibilities. I love these cards, and it's exactly why I'm doing the competition when we get to 3,000 followers, to give this deck away, because I went and got a spare one to do that. They're just amazing. And on the bottom of the deck, we've got "You are safe here." I'm going to take this as well, because we are safe here. This is a safe space. No judgment. No meanness. It's just safe. I'll always give you the messages as they come out. I'll always tell you the truth as it comes out. I'll never hide it. And whatever comes out, comes out. And if you're being a pillock, I'll tell you you're being a pillock. And if the person around you is being a pillock, I'll tell you they're being a pillock. And that's how I see it. So we are safe here. It's a family. Okay? And you are safe as well, my darlings. You are safe in your energy. You are safe during this eclipse. You are safe in the vibration of source, in the arms of whoever. And it is safe for you to shine. It is safe for you to step out. Wear that nice outfit if you want to. I'm going to take that advice myself too. Be who you are. Be the star you are. You're stepping out of the energy of making yourself smaller to make other people comfortable. This eclipse is powerful for a lot of us. A lot of us are stepping out of who we were into who we're about to become. And most of us don't even know who that is. Am I still going to like cheese on toast? Of course I will, but you know what I mean. I make way for miracles. So get out of the way of the universe, my darlings. Stop overthinking things. Stop, trying to anticipate what the outcome may be for certain situations or for wherever you may be in the next 5 years. Just let go and let the universe take control of your manifestations. You're trying to manifest greatness. You're trying to manifest inner power. Like, a lot of people see greatness differently. Some people may see greatness as a nice big house, big car, big shiny this and a big shiny that. And for a lot of you that have come here, that's not what you see it as. A lot of you that are attracted to my readings will see greatness as inner greatness, inner power, of showing up for yourself, of knowing where you matter and doing what's right for you. I've got a bit of a mat side, so I'm going to take that as a notification of knowing where you matter, and of managing your energy and your vibration. We've also got your mind. Your mind is an altar to source energy. That's lovely, that is. Like, the connection with yourself is really important at this time. It's bringing you closer to the connection with source, your ancestors, the divine, whoever it is that you deal with. The world is blessed to have you. All right? The world is blessed to have you. The world isn't a blessing to you. You are a blessing to the world. Manifesting is my superpower. And I feel like you guys are trying to manifest greatness right now. Okay? You guys are really trying to manifest inner power, inner stability, inner consistency. You know that the inside of you is going to be responsible for the creation of whatever you're seeing on the outside. So you guys are really stepping in to your vibration. Abundance is a state of mind. This is so true. The thing about it is, a lot of time we sit down and we want to manifest money, or we want to manifest a lovely house or whatever, and we should have nice things. We should. But what happens is that on the journey of manifesting, we kind of sometimes forget gratitude. I sometimes forget gratitude, rarely, but it happens. Like, if I get on the bus and the oyster machine is broken, and when I tap my bank card, it doesn't take any money, I give thanks for that blessing, because I've just got a free bus ride. It might just only be £1.50 where I'm at. But that's £1.50, I've got more in my bank account. That £1.50 could turn into £150, could turn into £1,500, could turn into £5,000, who knows? But that small amount of appreciation or gratitude for that little abundance there, or even going to the shop and being let off a penny, show gratitude for the smallest things. That opens you up to receiving bigger. I never worry much about things. I'm not rich. I'm not going to pretend to be, because I'm not. I never really wanted to be. But I don't really, sometimes I might think, oh my God, the dog needs feeding. But as soon as I've thought the dog needs feeding, it's as quick as I've got the money to feed the dog. Do you get it? And so that's what matters to me. Like, the little things matter to me. And so for me, like, my mind state is always in a state of appreciation, in a state of gratitude. And so if you want to manifest those bigger things in life, you will have to be appreciative of the smaller things first. Write little notes thanking the universe, thanking the divine mother or father or whoever for little things. Like, did you eat today? It might not have been what you wanted, but definitely wasn't nothing. The smaller things, then you can get the bigger things. I'm grateful to have a bit of beans on toast sometimes, or a bit of mackerel in a tin. Do you know why? Because while it might not be what I want to eat, I could be eating nothing. To be quite honest with you, 9 times out of 10 when I cook it up, it's better than takeaway anyway. But that's not the point. The point is to be grateful for the small things. Because tomorrow, I could be dining on filet. Who knows? I don't. But I'm grateful that I'm not eating thin air. Because I've been there. I've been at that point where I've had nothing. 0. Sip. My belly's touching back. I'm absolutely starving. I've been a size 8 at 6 foot. That's starving. So I'm grateful that I'm not there. I'm grateful that while I'm on, I have what I want. I've got exactly what it is that I need. And eventually I'll have what I want. And 9 times out of 10 I have what I want anyway. Because what I want isn't even that big. So abundance is massively a state of mind. It's important for you. And I think the reason why I've gone into that, to tell you, the card says, truth is my teacher. The reason why I've gone into that to tell you that is because I want you to realise it. And a lot of you guys are maybe wondering why your manifestations are not getting off the ground the way that, you know, that it should. A lot of you may be thinking, oh my God, how comes I don't get to live the life that I want to live? Blah, 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 blah. And it might just be something simple as you not being appreciative of the smaller things, of whinging and moaning about how things are at the moment and not being grateful that you've at least got a roof over your head. And we have also got, I trust in my gifts. Okay, so a lot of you are going to be stepping into your power, like I said, but you're also going to be trusting your guts, trusting the messages that you get from inside of yourself, listening to your inner voice, shifting your perspective. A lot of you are going to realise you're not alone, that, you know, we're not alone. A lot of us are waking up to the fact that you know, we are connected, and we've all got a soul tribe. And a lot of us have been in the same spaces, in the same places. You just wouldn't believe it. Let's pull a deck for you guys. I've rabbited on long enough. I feel like somebody needed me to rabbit on today. It's not normally my thing. But it is what it is. And the readings come out as they do. We've got justice here. And I think here, what this is clarity for you. Like I said, I feel like you guys are going to be seeing clearer. You're going to be hearing differently. I feel like a lot of your gifts are going to be re-establishing themselves with you as you re-establish your connection with your inner self. You're finding balance as well. Justice card is about balance. Spiritual justice as well, because a lot of you have stayed the course, even though it became very windy or it was rough at sea or whatever. You maintain the course. So I feel like for that there is justice, spiritual justice coming for you, karma, being balanced out. I feel like you are stepping into a new phase of your life where, you know, you're viewing things differently. We've also got the 5 of Wands here. And I always think about inner conflict. This always resonates with inner conflict for me. Well, not me personally, but when I'm doing a reading. So I feel like you've done a lot, like I was picking up earlier on. There's been a lot of, like, the biggest challenge for a lot of you guys was your inner connection, was reconnecting with yourself, or re-establishing that connection with yourself. And I feel like a lot of you have bridged that gap now. You've definitely been fighting to do that. And if you haven't managed to reconnect with yourself as of yet, you're looking at anywhere between now and the next 5 days for that to be a thing. This is exactly what the eclipse is bringing in for you. What day is it today? Is it the 4th or 5th? We've got 3 days until the eclipse, but over the next 5 days, this feels like 5 days, that you're going to be stepping into that energy. Absolutely overcoming. Do you understand? Like, completely overcoming. This came out straight after the 5. And this is the 7 of Wands. I feel like you have absolutely gained an advantage over your inner struggles. You've gained an advantage over your inner demons. You've slayed a lot of inner demons. A lot of you have put a lot of things to bed. And this eclipse as well is about you kind of realizing that and setting new challenges and new goals for yourself, I'm hearing. A lot of you are focused, very focused on your future goals, your future money. A lot of you are leaving behind misfortune. You're leaving behind chaos. We've got the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. For a small percentage of you, I feel like a lot of you may be a little bit afraid. There's a little bit of fear here that you may be repeating old patterns, that you may fall back into an old situation. And I'm picking up that as long as you stay focused on forward, then that's not going to be a thing. I feel like a lot of you are going to be in the King of Swords energy. This is thinking things through. It's, you know, it's absolutely planning. It's being divisive. It's knowing what you're, sorry, not divisive. It's having precision. It's knowing where it's going, knowing where you're going. I don't know why I said divisive. Because I meant to say decisive. Maybe somebody around you or me is being divisive, but who knows. The bottom line is it's decisive. You know what you're doing. As long as you stay focused, I don't feel like you are going to be repeating those old patterns. I feel like you're determined to break those cycles with the King of Swords here. And you've got the mental fortitude to do it. You've got the mental capability to do it. I don't think you realise how strong you are. We've got movement here with the 8 of Swords, or the 8 of Wands, sorry, in the right way up. Movement, speed, quick decisions. I feel like there are quick messages coming in, good news for you as well over the next few days, especially on the 8th. Good, it's the 8 of Wands, it's actually the 8. I feel like this is going to give you that extra kick you need as well to give life to new ideas that you have, things that you've been wanting to get off of the ground. And I feel like you're going to have the courage to do that. We've got the Magician in the reverse. This feels like a lot of you are scared of your inner power, or were scared of your inner power, because I feel like a lot of you thought, oh, I wonder if I'm going to use that to be manipulative. I wonder, you know, what if I, you know, what if I don't use it right? What if I, you know, what if it's, you know, this, and what if it's that, and whatever. And it can be difficult, especially if you've got sort of the power of alchemy, i.e. to turn energy and change energy into different things, or to manipulate energy in some way. A lot of people that are given the power to manipulate energy use it in the right way, because they wouldn't have been given it if they weren't going to use it in the right way. There are some people that fall off due to situations and experiences, and they do change and become a little bit on the fucking fucked up side. And I think you're scared of being one of those people, or becoming one of those people. And for the most part here, our spirit is saying, listen, that's not a thing with you. You're overly cautious, I'm hearing. I don't feel like you're going to be, you know, persuaded or swayed in any way to go over to the dark side. I'm hearing, I can't go over to the dark side. Sorry. We've got the Star here. And the Star, well, I mean, how could you go wrong with the Star? It's another 8 as well. I'm not surprised it's an 8. I'm not surprised. It says here, opportunities, renewal, faith, hope, healing, rejuvenation, unexpected help. And the reason why I'm reading the end of that, the bullet points at the bottom of that, is because I feel like you guys are stepping into your energy. You're allowing yourself to shine the way that you should. And that's going to open up new opportunities. That is going to bring forward a brand new faith and hope in things. I feel like you guys are very much healers, the wounded healer, I'm hearing, because you've been healing a lot, and to be healing a lot, you've had to have gone through a lot. I feel like this eclipse here is bringing rejuvenation in for you as well. I feel like you are being renewed. You are being washed over. And you're also allowing yourself that space to shine. You're not removing any more stars from your crown. You're just not going to do that anymore. If people are uncomfortable with your shine, you're going to tell them to get shades. Okay, we've got the 9 of Wands. This is very fiery. We've got the 9 of Wands. I feel like you've left the period of being frustrated though, and feeling anxious about things. And I feel like you're stepping, maybe this is what this is, this anxious energy I'm feeling is, maybe you're feeling anxious and frustrated at the moment. And maybe there's been delays and pauses and stuff. And that's making you feel more anxious about things. Maybe money's not going so well and it's making you feel more anxious about things. But this eclipse that's happening, it's bringing you through. And I feel like this is putting in, thank you, I'm hearing you changing your perspective, going into the energy of persistence and having courage and boldness. That even though you're feeling a bit wounded and you're feeling a bit sore, or you've been through it a bit, that you're kind of just saying, you know what, I'm going to persevere, I'm going to keep going. And the Page of Pentacles is here as well. So I feel like this is a new start as well. This is something small, but it can grow. It can become bigger. It can, it can be fruitful as long as you kind of feed it in the right way. So I feel like you're coming through the 8th with ideas, maybe for a new business or a new venture. Maybe it's to go back to school. Who knows? It's a general reading. Apply it as you will. But I think if you show faith to this new little mustard seed, I'm hearing faith of a mustard seed. So if you show that little tiny moment or idea or opportunity or whatever, if you show that a little bit of, time, if you show that some energy, if you show that if you're diligent, if you properly focus and you feed it and you nurture it, then this has the possibility to grow into something massive. All right. We've got the 8 of Cups here. Another 8. 8, 8, 8. Fun times. Not surprised. Again, this is you stepping away. This is you moving into a new phase. Like that, it literally for me feels really portally. Like you've turned your back on yesterday. You've turned your back on who you were. You've turned your back on whatever. You're out. Whatever it is that didn't make the grade, whatever it is that didn't do what needed to be done, whatever it was that didn't fall into line, whatever it was that wasn't working, you leave him behind. And there isn't much of a choice about that. This is a rebirth for you, a restart, a renewal. There is nothing that is going to be able to come with you, and I think that's a scary thing. A lot of the things that you have and hold dear, I've got a headache now all of a sudden. Return to sender, return to sender, return to sender. Thank you. What you'll find sometimes is energy can come along, it becomes your energy. It's not your energy. You return it back to where it came from. Doesn't do anything to anybody, but it gets it off for you. So I feel here, Like I was saying before, I got that weird stabbing in the head. Is that nothing, you're not able to take any of these things with you, and this feels sad a little bit, because you were hoping that you'd be able to do that, but you can't. This new phase is going to require you to make a choice. I'm also seeing in my mind's eye the Eight of Swords, so you're going to have to release yourself and walk away from certain things. And is it painful? Is it something that can feel a little bit on the unfair side at times? Yeah. But not being funny. The things that you're walking away from, that's not one of those things. You're not losing anything. All right? I feel like if you stay around certain things, Spirit's going to bring tower moments for you. So it's going to be cleared no matter what. Whether you choose to clear the path or not, I'm hearing it will be clear. Whether you choose to take that step into the next chapter or not, the next chapter is coming. There isn't a choice. It isn't up for negotiation. As much as we have free will, we've signed ourselves into some things and they're unbreakable. It's a cycle. It's a process. You have to go through that. So this is the process and this is the cycle. A few of you are holding on a little bit too tightly to things. The things that are not exactly healthy. We've got the Nine of Swords. Things that are not exactly healthy. Things that are causing you pain. That are causing you to feel worry. And sleepless nights. And things that are putting you through unnecessary discomfort. And Spirit, Source, whoever, is not really down with that anymore. We've got the Ace of Pentacles as well here. This is screaming a gift from Source. So it's like, whether you want to have this new beginning or not, this renewal, this union with yourself, whatever, this is what's coming in, because this is what's going to bring you your prosperity. This is what's going to help you to manifest what you want. Sometimes we're trying to manifest this beautiful brand new future for ourselves, and we're trying to take along the same old suitcases, the same old dirty underwear. Why? I should have said holy underwear, but dirty is what came out. But you know what I mean. Why? Some things you could just leave behind. There's no need. Some people are like holy underwear. You just don't need them. They're not serving a purpose. And they're an embarrassment. You're not going to get that brand new beginning, I'm hearing, from Source. Like this opportunity that's going to grow into a massive, from a little tiny mustard seed, that page is holding. How tiny that pentacle is compared to how big that is. I know that's the one that's a 2, but it's neither here nor there. For that to grow in the way that it's supposed to, you're going to have to let go of certain things, okay, and certain people for you to have your brand new beginning. We've got the Fool here as well. A brand new journey is awaiting you. I'm hearing a blank slate. So for a lot of you, that's a nice analogy. There's this little cartoon, right, called The Book of Life, I think it's called. I don't know, man, but it's got these little, it's about the Day of the Dead and that. It's got these, there's a bullfighter guy there and a little girl. It's got Channing Tatum in it as well, as one of the boys' voices, or one of the guys' voices. Anyway, they go down to the underworld or whatever, and it's just a whole thing. But this guy, I can't remember his name. What's his name? It was my favourite movie at one point, you know. I can't remember his name. And he goes and he basically sacrifices himself for the woman that he loves because he wants to go and find her, not realising he's been tricked. And the woman that he still loves is alive, and he's been bitten by this 2-headed snake, and now he's in the underworld, and he's got to figure out a way to get back. When he gets to see Source, or he goes to the candle maker, I like to say Source, the candle maker opens up his book of life and it's blank. He gets to rewrite it and write it how he wants. Like, he's different. You guys are getting a blank slate. You're getting a blank page. So you're getting to rewrite things in your image the way that you want them to be. So be a part of this co-creation. Don't take any of this old baggage with you. I feel like this is what the 8th is trying to tell a lot of us, including myself, to leave things where they are. Even if we want to change things, even if we want things to be different, even if we want to re-establish old connections, they're not meant to be re-established. And I feel like that, you know, we've got the 2 of Cups here. I feel like that union has to be with ourselves at the moment. We've got to find balance and equilibrium within ourselves. It's not about connecting with another counterpart at this point in time. A lot of it is about you connecting with you and doing the work that you need to do for yourself. And sometimes that means going it alone. And so for you guys that have come to this reading, that's what that's about. I did wrap it on a little bit, so I hope it made sense to somebody. And I hope it does help. We've got here the Queen of Swords in reverse. So this feels like a karmic mother energy. This feels like somebody who's a bit bitter, who says things out of turn, out of pocket on a regular basis. And I feel like you need to move away from that, my darling. If this is a mother figure for you, I feel like this is somebody that has always been this way with you. And I just feel like maybe this is not for you. If this is a partner or somebody that's displaying these types of weird, like right now we've got this weird energy going around where energies are trying to humble other energies, and masculine energy seems to be trying to humble the feminine energy that's having this great awakening. And so I feel like for a few of you, you may have partners or may be releasing partners that has had this energy of I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but basically trying to one up you and make you look stupid. But there's a word for it. Anyway, I feel like a lot of you are leaving behind the arrogance of it all. Somebody trying to make you feel less than because they can't or won't rise to the occasion, because they won't or can't do any better. I'm also hearing that for a few of you, you've recently realised that the person that you have been trying to align with is a red pillar. And that's not really what you want. And you didn't know that at first. And to be fair, he might not even have been that at first. But a lot of energy is going one way or the other. There is a great divide and a great split. The 8th is going to make that much more apparent for a lot of us. And unfortunately, that also means that with the unhealed energy out there, whether you're male or female, some of us carry masculine energy and some of us carry feminine energy, depending on whatever it is. But we may display differently. Okay, but that's life. It happens. So whatever you're presenting as, it's irrelevant. The energy we carry is going to be one or the other. And so we're realizing that unhealed energy, masculine energy, which is mainly the unhealed energy that we are dealing with at the moment, we can't be near that. It's damaging, it's harmful, and that's how that is. So for a lot of you, you're finding your own peace, you're finding your own self, you're comfortable in your own energy, you're reconnecting with yourself, therefore reconnecting with source. I just thought I'd give a little condensed bit at the end because it did go a little bit, you know. You're reconnecting with source. You're also realizing that you are the blessing to the world. The world isn't a blessing to you. You're a gift to the world. Your energy has helped other people. You have done things with people that you can't even know because they haven't told you. I know this because this morning somebody told me how much I've helped them. I was reduced to absolute tears because it's difficult when you do this type of work. You never really know if you're helping or whatever. You just hope for the best. You fly by the seat of your pants. And as a reader, I never really understand any of the messages I get. I just get the messages. They just come out and that's that. So for a lot of you, you're realising that you're the blessing. You're also realising, you know, that you need to call your power back. That what you're creating around you has to do with how you're feeling on the inside. And so a lot of you have of like starting to get all your ducks in a row. You're starting to realize that it's okay to feel your feelings, that it's okay to be sensitive, that it's okay to have certain gifts and stuff like that, but you know, to balance and to do everything in moderation. So a lot of you are overcoming the challenges of connecting with yourself. The 8th is definitely bringing in that confidence for you. It's going to be shaky. I'm not going to paint it up to be anything more than it is. Of course, it's going to be a shaky. It might be bumpy for a few. It's a little bit shaky for me. But on the other side of that is alignment. On the other side of that is ascension. On the other side of that is realizing how far you've come. And I think that's the message I've got for you guys today, is that the world is blessed to have you, that justice will be served, and that you guys will be okay. It's, you know, like I said, it might be a bit bumpy, but you guys are going to be just fine. So I've done a quick energy check-in. Just remind you again at the end, don't forget, if we get to 3,000 subscribers, we'll open up the competition to win this fantastic deck that I used today. If you've got to the end of the reading, comment pink rabbit ears, and I'll know you got to the end. Anyway, you guys have a good night, take care, or good day, whatever. Take care of yourselves.